Like Redevelopment Commission meeting to order for Tuesday, June 24th at 6:05 p.m. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Yes. Councilor Leona Chandler Felton.
Present.
Councilor Shauna Haynes Edwards.
Present.
Councilor Margaret Uzelak.
Here.
Councilor Keisha Hardaway is here, and Councilor Sean Pettit.
Here, 5 members, we have a quorum. Next item on the agenda, ladies, is the consent agenda, accounts payable register voucher, approval for June 24th, 2025, and approval of the meeting minutes from May 27th, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mrs. Uzelak, seconded by Ms. Chandler Felton to approve the consent agenda as presented. Is there any further discussion, comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any old business, Mrs. Chilcott?
No old business.
All right, under new business, ladies, we have several items. The first of which is the approval of the engagement letter from London Witty CPA Advisors. Bob Swentz is in the audience. As we all recall, London Witty has been the financial advisor to the Redevelopment Commission basically since its inception, Bob, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you have any comments, Bob, for us or not? Okay. Okay. And what's the pleasure of the membership?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Uzelak, seconded by Ms. Hardaway to approve the engagement letter between the Redevelopment Commission and London Witty CPA Advisors. Any further discussion? Should this be a roll call, Joseph, since it's a contract?
Roll call.
Roll call, Madam Secretary.
All right. Councilor Leona Chandler Felton.
Aye.
Councilor Shauna Haynes Edwards.
Aye.
Councilor Margaret Uzelak.
Yes.
Councilor Keisha Hardaway is a yes, and Councilor Sean Pettit.
Yes, motion carries 5-0. One more year, Bob. All right, next on the agenda are public hearings. I will turn this over to Mr. Svetnoff for the proof of publications.
Proofs of publication, they have been reviewed, they are all in order, and at this time, the public hearing should proceed as necessary.
Okay. Okay, under the public hearing, this is general orders, actually. Should I ask for comment now, or do we want to read the resolution, Joe?
It states that after the proofs of publication, it should go immediately into the public hearing, so.
Okay. All right, at this time, we'll open up the public hearing on Resolution 25-11. It's a resolution of the Merrillville Redevelopment Commission authorizing the execution of a lease between the Town of Merrillville Redevelopment Authority and the Town of Merrillville Redevelopment Commission and related matters thereto. Bob or Adam, do you want to just give a brief overview, and then I'll take public comment, I guess?
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the Commission, Adam Sturwald, Barnes and Thornburg, Bond Counsel for the town. At your last meeting, you preliminarily approved this lease agreement. This is for allow for the construction of the Southside Fire Station, Wickham Street, and various other paving projects. Public hearings tonight, the Town Council has already approved, along with the Redevelopment Authority. If you decide to move forward and adopt the resolution tonight, notice of execution will be published. That'll provide for a 30-day objection period. After that objection period expires, assuming there are no issues with the objections, we could move towards a bond issuance and closing.
Do you have a calendar on that, Adam? As far as tonight is the last, I know we have things on the Town Council. These are the last official actions of the town.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Any questions of the members?
No. No.
At this time, again, this is an advertised public hearing. Is there any public comment? Any public comment on Resolution 2511? Any public comment? Seeing none, Chair will turn it back to the membership. What's your pleasure, ladies?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mrs. Uzelak, seconded by Ms. Haynes Edwards. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Counselor Leona Chandler Felton,
Aye.
Counselor Shawna Haynes Edwards,
Aye.
Counselor Margaret Uzelak,
Yes.
Keisha Hardaway is a yes, and Counselor Sean Pettit.
Yes, motion carries 5-0. The next item, ladies, is Resolution 25-12, is a resolution of the Merrillville Redevelopment Commission approving a proposed tax abatement. Mrs. Chilcott?
Yes, the applicant is Millennium Construction. The representative is Ross Brown, and the owner is also here, Mr. Tarpley. This is a construction of approximately 11,300 square foot warehouse office building on 2.3 acres in a Merrillplex. The Millennium Construction is a minority-owned business specializing in installation of drywall, fireproofing, metal framing. They do business across the nation. They are relocating from a Crown Point facility which they outgrew and making this location in Merrillville their headquarters for Northwest Indiana. It is a $2.5 million investment, creating 50 temporary jobs, 22 full-time jobs. They are retaining 12 and bringing in 10 new permanent full-time jobs with an estimate annual salary of over $2.5 million, seeking a 10-year real tax abatement on the Indiana scale. They had an approval for recommendation on a EDC meeting on June 17th with a favorable recommendation.
Okay, thank you, Angie. Mr. Brown, how are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Not bad. You want to introduce the, I think Angie covered a lot of it, Ross, but if you got anything or else to Mr. Rossman or Mr. Tarpley, I happen to know Mr. Tarpley intimately since my company is in his old building in a Merrillplex.
Yes, sir. Currently, the property, 2.3 acre parcel, is assessed at $5,300. Currently pays about $260 in taxes. We expect that after the investment, taxes to be increased to about $75,000 annually. As Angie stated, they will retain 12 of their existing permanent jobs. They expect to grow by 10 additional jobs at a minimum, I believe. The average of the salaries will range between $85,000 and $200,000 a year. So we expect to easily be able to hit a minimum of $1 million in new revenue from jobs. They're committed to participating in the local job fairs to try to hire as much local talent as possible. Alan, do you have anything to add about your current business?
Pretty self-explanatory. We do drywall metal studs around the country. Like I said, you're in my old office, literally in my old office. Yeah, so that's really what we're looking to do, and we're expanding. We got an office down in Indianapolis, and we're looking to put one in Charlotte here this fall as well.
Okay. Any questions of the members?
No.
Margie, you and I saw this along with Rhonda at the Economic Development Committee
Yes.
meeting. Angie and Adam, this is a resolution. This is the preliminary resolution, correct?
This is the final for RDC. and
Final
then
for
it will go
RDC, but
to
there'll be
TC.
one at the council level.
Yep, preliminary,
Okay.
yes.
And
All
I do
right.
have a question. I do have a question. Are you proposing to get a tax abatement when you open up in North Carolina?
No, it'll be a temporary office rental.
Gotcha.
Temporary just until, we grow the operation there, but it'll be a rental.
All right. Thank you.
Anything else, members?
No.
No.
Motion.
Motion by Mrs. Uzelak,
Second.
second by Leona, by Ms. Chandler Felton, to approve Resolution 25-12. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, roll call.
Counselor Leona Chandler Felton,
Aye.
Counselor Shawna Haynes Edwards,
Aye.
Counselor Margaret Uzelak,
Yes.
Counselor Keisha Hardaway is a yes, and Counselor Sean Pettit.
Yes. Motion carries 5-0. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda, ladies, is Resolution 25-13, is a similar request, resolution of the Merrillville Redevelopment Commission approving a proposed tax abatement, GI Tech America Corporation. Again, this came to the Economic Development Committee, Margie and Rhonda and I, Deanne Patina. Angie, you want to give a synopsis of this?
Sure. This is GI Tech America Corporation. GI Tech is an international South Korean advanced manufacturing company that specializes in slot die technology, which is an advanced precision coating method. They have been searching within the United States for over 2 years for a site. They considered Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Ohio, and they finally have selected Merrillville to serve as their headquarters and primary hub within the United States. This facility is also in a Merrillplex, and they will be doing construction under 2 phases. The first phase would be building a 22,000 square foot facility on 3 acres of land. In anticipation that all goes well, then the second phase, they will expand that site up to a 45,000 square foot facility. They are investing $7.4 million within just phase 1, creating multiple temporary construction jobs, 15 full-time permanent jobs with an estimated annual payroll of $1.35 million. And they anticipate employing 35 permanent full-time, highly skilled jobs upon full build-out. They are seeking real and personal abatements. And again, like Councilor Pettit mentioned, they had favorable recommendation from the Economic Development meeting back on June 17th. Their representation in the audience is the builder, Tony from Chester, if he wants to speak.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tony Piquet with Chester Incorporated from Valparaiso, Indiana. I'm the representative for GI Tech International here in America. They have chosen Merrillville as their new headquarters. We're going to provide services for the 22,000 square foot steel facility. So this will be a small parts manufacturing facility. So what they do is they specialize in very precision small parts. This facility will be very unique, and all the equipment will be state-of-the-art. They are investing over $6 million, as Angie had said, 15 full-time jobs, over 50 union construction jobs, and they plan to expand in the future. But for reference, they are an amazing group of people, very innovative and technology-focused, and I'm proud to be a part of their team.
Thanks, Tony.
And this lead was actually, it came through from the Indiana Economic Alliance Corporation, where we partnered with them and the LCEA and showed them several sites within our community, and we're proud to say they selected Merrillville.
Thanks, Angie. Any questions or comments for Tony?
I do. So I see you did try, well, multiple states were selected, but you chose Merrillville. Did you try to go before their redevelopment and it failed, or you didn't try at all?
No, Merrillville presented the best location and the best property.
Who is the attorney for your corporation?
It is Maggie Liu out of
Who?
Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to mention, Tony had mentioned it in his comments, and I wanted to mention it for Ross and Alan. Keep in mind, ladies, when we grant these abatements, we have a project labor agreement with Randy Palmatier of the Northwest Indiana Building Trades Council that these projects will be built by union labor, either direct union contractor, or they will enter into a project labor agreement.
Even specialty racking,
Even specialty racking, yes.
just to make that clear.
Yes. All right, if there's no further discussion,
Motion.
motion by Mrs. Uzelak.
Second.
Was that Shawna?
Yes.
Seconded by Ms. Haynes Edwards. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, roll call.
Counselor Leona Chandler Felton,
Aye.
Counselor Shauna Haynes Edwards,
Aye.
Counselor Mars Uzelak,
Yes.
Counselor Keisha Hardaway is a yes, and Counselor Sean Pettit.
Yes, motion carries 5-0. The last item, ladies, that we have is Resolution 25-14, is a resolution of the Merrillville Redevelopment Commission approving temporary license agreement and conditional sale agreement and related matters thereto. I'm going to turn this over to Angie, Michael, and Joe. Leona, we have talked about this on several occasions.
Yes.
This is the northwest corner of Madison and 73rd Avenue. So,
Yes.
Angie, I don't know if you want to start off and let Michael and Joe, however you want to describe this to the members.
The petitioner is David Lewis. He is present in the audience. It looks like he has quite a few of his team with him as well. We've met with them many of times, and we've been trying to kick off this project for a few years. Again, it's the vacant lot adjacent to, it's the corner of 73rd and Madison, and he's proposing to build a mixed-use, two-story building, approximately 10,000 square feet. On the first floor, it would be commercial, and then tenant spaces above. Mr. Lewis is present, if he'd like to step up, and then I'd like for our esteemed Mr. Griffin to make some comments on the process.
Mr. President and members of the commission, I'll be pleased to talk to you about the purposes behind Resolution 2514. But if there's no objection, Mr. President, I would think you'd like to hear from Mr. Lewis. He did prepare a shorter version of a presentation he had done for us before. If there's no objections, I think he'd like a chance to do that again for you.
That's fine. Go ahead, Mr. Lewis.
Hi, my name is David Lewis. I am an investor here in Northwest Indiana, preferably in the Gary and Merrillville area. Not only that, I am a resident in the Merrillville. I've been a resident for 20 years. This piece of land that we're talking about is literally right down the street from my house. I like to build something nice, not only for the community, but to kind of rehab the whole area, to give it a sense of life. 73rd is a very, it's a good spot, but it has a lot of traffic on it. We believe that the project can be successful, and we want to propose something that is good for the community and to enhance the community, and that's what we're here to do. So I'm going to turn it over to my architect who's here and my general contractor who's here, and they can explain a little bit more about what we plan on doing, and then I'll come back and wrap it up.
Can IT switch the input to HDMI? Can you switch the input on this projector to HDMI?
I think you can do it on your laptop, sir. Did you try to?
I didn't know they were doing a presentation, because I would have had it ready. I think I can do it. Get it? Yeah. Let me go.
The device for this. Is that it? I think that's it.
I didn't know they were doing
Yeah, you can't use the airplane.
Well, that's okay. We'll just
project. We decided to do this project, we actually started this project a couple of years ago, and we had some setbacks. As a
Excuse me,
developer.
can you get in the microphone?
Yeah, David, you might want to step back up to the podium.
A couple of years ago, we started this project. We had a few setbacks because of development issues, not on our end, but, you know, as a developer, people pull in and pull out and different things like that. But we decided to keep on moving forward, and we decided to keep going through because, again, I drive past the lot every single day, and it's right down the street from my house, and we want something to enhance the community. So the whole idea of actually starting this particular project on the end is to revitalize that whole area, not just that corner. We want to revitalize that whole area and get that area up to where it's supposed to be just as good as other communities.
Something changed, Michael.
They're trying to do it wirelessly without using the HDMI, which may work better. They have to code that. I can tell it to take it from, I don't know if you're an HDMI 1 or 2. You have to, it's connected. It's saying there's no signal on that particular port, you need to send something.
All I want is a verbal presentation of the project. We can do. We don't need a fancy, schmancy. You've seen it already. I'm gonna be the party police then.
Those are the two inputs that are HDMI. So I guess you're number 2. There it is.
Rock on, baby.
I haven't heard that in a while. Rock on. Rock on.
The only thing is,
Welcome. I tried. Sorry. Oh, no, there it goes. It's out again. Yeah. It went out. Do we need that?
If he's gonna use that
Okay.
HDMI
Let's
cord,
just, we're not gonna be able to do the
it's on,
presentation.
something's up. He just needs to find what he wanted to present.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
okay, now we're putting on fire here.
If you
Perfect.
could mirror-
Cooking with gas?
Yeah, that was it. All right. Perfect.
Okay, sorry
Here.
about the technical difficulties, we thought we had that under control. So, Jay Johnson with Light Architects, we're working with Sons of David, and we'll just do this really quick. You know where the site's at already. We did a site analysis. Just real quick, this is the context around the site. We got the Speedway gas station across the street, and we have some businesses going around along 73 in Madison. The upper left-hand corner is the 3 lots. So this is a site plan. We are providing for a mixed-use situation. There'll be 4 retail tennis spaces on the ground floor with 3 either apartment or condo type style tenants on the upper floor. So the ground floor, you can see there'll be 4 tenant spaces with 2 means of egress from the stairwell, the required elevator for ADA, and then there'll be a corridor for electrical and plumbing, depending on what the tenants are that Mr. Davis lands for that part of the building. And then upstairs, as I said, there's 2 units that are similar. There'll be basically 2 bedroom units with a dining room and a balcony, which will be very marketable. Then the corner unit is a little bit different. It's more square in nature, but it's also a 2 bedroom unit that has a dining area as well as a balcony. And then this is probably the most important slide, just conceptually as a test bed, what it could be on the site. We're looking at cementitious siding on the top floor as a very durable element, and then probably brick and glass on the ground floor that would be more amenable to the wear and tear that you can see at the street level. Pointing me with 2 fingers with 2 minutes, so technical difficulties, I want to go through that very quickly, but I do know as an architect that a picture tells 1,000 words.
Yes.
So I'm glad we got the technology going. So we open up for questions, or Calvin, you want to kind of talk about the construction partner side of things?
Yeah, on the construction side of it, right now we have a.
Cal, you want to come up to the microphone? I'm sorry, we're recording.
I was trying to, I'm sorry about that. So on the construction side of it, right now, obviously we have to get the design completed in order to know exactly what we're going to do. But we're looking at about an 8 to 12 month schedule, depending on when the project starts, whether other potential challenges we may have. But right now, that's what we're looking at. We're also going to work to hire locally, work with local subcontractors and the likes. And I think I can wrap it up right there if there are any questions.
Okay. I have one right off the bat for Joe, and I think I know the answer to this. We talked about this at the workshop, that Michael and Joe, this is being treated as an incentive that the town redevelopment is giving. Therefore, same rules apply, David and Calvin, either union contractors or a PLA with Randy Palmatier.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? So, ladies, are there any questions for either Mr. Lewis or Mr. Williams or Jay?
When will this project begin?
Right now, we're estimating probably about 3 to 4 months out. We was trying to get it started in August, but we kind of had a few things that come up. So to date, I'm gonna say 3 to 4 months out. We try to get it sooner, but right now, we're trying to get in the ground before it gets cold.
Any other questions? Leon, I know this is your war, you and I, this is the dividing line between you and I.
Right.
You've had a chance to talk to Mr. Lewis, I think, in depth. You're pleased?
I am.
Okay. All right. With that being said, Chair will entertain a motion on Resolution 25-14.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Uzelak, seconded by Leona Chandler Felton of Ward 3. Is there any further discussion?
Praise the Lord.
Seeing none, Madam Secretary, roll call.
Counselor Leona Chandler Felton.
Aye.
Counselor Shawna Haynes Edwards.
Aye.
Counselor Marge Uzelak.
Yes.
Counselor Keisha Hardaway is a yes, and Counselor Sean Pettit.
Yes. Motion carries. Congratulations, David. All right. For the purpose of, I see Council President Bella standing up in the corner back there. You want to wait can we wait 5 minutes, Rick, or do you want to get started?
I probably should make a motion to adjourn.
No, it's not. We need a motion to adjourn, and
Motion to adjourn.
You finish your agenda, you can simply adjourn.
Keish. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, there.
I gotta redo that front because it says House of Davis, says Sons of
We own it. We already see.
And then we'll get back and brief him.
So, Michael said
Yeah.
the redevelopment rules are different in